Alright, next up is going to be purple defect. And let's not forget the ending this time. Okay. I have high hopes for defect and watcher specifically. Watcher and defect have the barrage wreath of flames thing going on. Both of them tend to be pretty strong at Act 1, and being strong at Act 1 is kind of a requirement because we get no Niao benefit. Which is lame. We can do 3 fights, 2 question marks, and an elite. I would like to see a fire. I'm not going to do colorless cards. It kind of causes a combinatoric explosion, so instead of doing 28 runs, I end up having to do like 100 and something. Or actually, I think it's more than that even. I think it's like several hundred, which would take me a very long time. It goes without saying. And I'm not really sure it adds much. Colorless cards aren't really designed to be in card rewards. They're mostly designed to be given out by Niao and shops, and the Tesseract event. Is it called the Tesseract, or is it like the Hypercube or something? I don't remember what they called their 4-dimensional square in this game. So there's a 2 elite route on the left that gets 3 fires, which seems like a good idea. Gets some question marks and 3 fights before the first elite. Okay. Dual cast, strike defense seems fine. Set up for a double strike lethal next turn. Okay, first Watcher card is a stance changing card. It seems wrong. It's very difficult for me to enter stances, so trying to exit them seems bad. If this was a tantrum, then I would be having a whole different conversation here, but it's not, so. Cold Snap. I think I like dual cast, see if we can kill one. Yeah, okay, so we get to avoid being weak. And take 2. See if we end up weak anyway. Zap, Cold Snap, Defend, box out. Oh, we had lethal. Oops. Well, we blocked out. Whatever. These are all defect cards. How boring. We took a Cold Snap from the first floor. We can take a Compile Driver now. We've got 2 different orb types. Hologram's also nice and powerful. Let's see. Does Hologram do anything super busted with Watcher cards? Hologram is kind of like Meditate, but it doesn't retain or change stance. I'm gonna look at Watcher cards really quick, just to see if there's anything I'm missing here. Because I feel like Hologram is a really opens up a lot of vectors of interaction. You could get back things that say scry and then do weave synergy stuff. You could get back your weaves and then cause a shuffle. You could recur pressure points. You could get back retain cards and then retain them. You could replay Ragnarok and Spirit Shield. Those are strong. You could get back Vault if you didn't need it one turn, then you do need it the next turn. There is a lot of draw in Watcher. You get back like Deceive Reality and Carve Reality. Get some more retain cards. Conclude is a good card to get back. You could like decost a Sands of Time down to 0 and then play it repeatedly, kind of like the interaction with Claw. Sanctity is good card to get back. Block for 11, draw 2 cards. A little two mana combo. And then of course Wreath of Flame. So you could play Wreath of Flame multiple times. That's true. You could hologram your meditate and then meditate your hologram. I think I'm more convinced by Compile Driver right now, though. Maybe eventually we'll get to the point where hologram has got something good to combo with. We don't have Tantrum. Also, Tantrum doesn't combine with hologram very well. I didn't forget to add purple cards. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. It doesn't combine very well with Tantrum because Tantrum puts itself in the draw pile, so it's not in the discard pile for hologram to go get. I mean, it's in there if you don't play it, but I think I'll Zap Defend to make sure that we're blocking it rather than take a 50-50. Looks like we would have won the 50-50. You don't get to know that at the time. Okay. Watch a card. Watch a card. Entering Calm is not very useful because we don't have any way to exit. And Calm only gets value when you exit. Take a second FTL or a Compile Driver. Or, sorry, an FTL or a second Compile Driver. I think I like second Compile Driver. Need to find a Cool-Headed and then a bunch of zero-cost stuff. Took max HP here. We don't need the healing, and can't get rid of the curse. We can only heal for 11, so let's remove a strike. We get an upgrade here, probably Zap. We're trying to do lots of card draw, so getting a zero-cost stuff is really good. Dual cast kind of encourages us to not have a lightning orb, which means that the compile drivers draw fewer cards. So I think Zap is better right here. Defend, Cold Snap is fun. We still take 6 if we do that. This is our hard pool fight, because one of these question marks must have been a fight. We could alternately Cold Snap, Strike, Explosive Potion to do 12, 22, and then hope that the Lightning Orb agrees, but then we take still 18 damage, so I don't see why we would do that. I think we just go for max block. Maybe should have gone for the Slime here. He has more health, but Fungi Beast is dangerous to kill. On the flip side, Fungi Beast stacks up a lot faster. Actually, stacks up at all. Acid Slime kind of stacks because he puts statuses into your deck, so it becomes harder to deal with them, which is similar to stacking. Compile Driver before dual cast makes sense. Now we have a Zap in hand, so let's see where the Lightning Orb lands. Hopefully we kill Fungi Beast, which we do. Okay, so it's probably double defend to block out. Just kidding. I don't have that much energy. Take 5. This is lethal, so I'll take it. Hyper Beam or Sweeping Beam. Beams all around. We've taken quite a few orb things, so I don't know if we're comfortable taking Hyper Beam. Is there any Watcher stuff that makes Hyper Beam super good? There's no, like, dual cast. There is, like, Divinity. Divinity Hyper Beam is pretty fun. But we're pretty far away from getting into Divinity mode. Divinity may very well be the only stance we enter in this run, if we don't see a Tantrum. Even if we do see a Tantrum, Tantrum is pretty dangerous with no stance exits. At least the basic Watcher deck has a stance exit in the form of Vigilance. So I think it's just Sweeping Beam. Hyper Beam is pretty good at clearing Act 1. Maybe we need that? Like, if this is Sentries, then Hyper Beam is godlike. I guess I don't hate it. It solves the problem that's in front of me. Which I like. Maybe we could take a Mega Elite if we take Hyper Beam. Alright, I've talked myself into it. Let's take Hyper Beam. You're not Sentries. What is this? Turn 1 Zap is great. Maybe if we dual casted, we would have had lethal. It would have been 16 plus 26, which is 42. Even with the explosive pot, that's not lethal. If I lose 3 focus, I lose 6 damage now, but I gain 26 damage now. That's probably worth it. We also lose 2 block, but not losing any sleep over that. This does 10 damage, as opposed to the normal 16. So 10 plus 12 is 22, so we can explosive pot him to death. So this is worth 24 health, which seems good. Happy Flower is great. Happy to find a Fruit Juice. There's Prostrate or a Brilliance. Well, Brilliance seems like a great card. Just 1 mana deal 12 is fine. We can pick up Prostrates later if I want them. Maybe we are doing Divinity Hyper Beam. That seems fun. Bag of Prep. So we're a defect Watcher Silent now. The most important part of Silent. We're always playing Zap. Unfortunately, I think I'm probably Team Triple Defend here. It's kind of boring. Unless I have lethal. 26 plus 7 is 33, plus 6 is 39. It's our first Watcher card of the run. This is not lethal. But it's a lot of damage. We'll get there pretty soon. Taking 13. Ouch. Bowling Bash is good. What Watcher powers do we want? Well, Diva Form would be really nice. There's also Fasting. I don't know if I'd want to have lots of copies of Fasting. Actually, if we do the Creative AI thing, we could do Creative AI and Diva Form, and then like get copies of Fasting and not care about the energy because we have infinite energy. In fact, Diva Form is insane with Defect because there's so much like energy manipulation stuff, and then you can just pick like Meteor Strikes. Do that thing. That being said, picking powers in the presence of Hyper Beam is not super appealing. I guess Hyper Beam just becomes a curse eventually, if that's the plan. We don't really need Sweeping Beam because we have Hyper Beam. Not that you can't take both, just we don't need it. Pretty excited about White Noise and Watcher powers. There's a couple of Watcher powers that are pretty unimpressive. Like not Foresight, but the other one, Nirvana. Nirvana's pretty unimpressive. There's also Establishment. It's probably not very good in the deck. Like if you're doing the creative AI thing and you see Establishment, you're like, I'm not building around Establishment, so I don't really want to generate one in the middle of this fight. But White Noise is the most exciting card here, so I'll take it. That's the point of this Twitch stream, after all. Titillating non-stop action. Double defend, take 4. We have Echo Form up for next turn, so presumably we'll get to win the fight with some sort of abusive shenanigans. Double Zap or Double Compile Driver? I think Double Compile Driver, look for more block. Well, darn. If we'd doubled either of these, we'd end the fight. But that is not what happened. Okay. Looks like lethal to me. Cut Through Fate's insane. Just like as a damage common. I don't know if we really need more damage, because we have 2 Compile Drivers, a Cold Snap, and a Brilliance. But we are against... Oh, we're against... Guardian, huh? Maybe we should take the Hologram then. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, I don't mind Hologram either. Oh, we did get Bonfire Spirits. Should we give them the Hyper Beam? We get like 60 current health. We got like a ton of value out of giving them Hyper Beam. We could give them Brilliance instead. I think I like giving them Hyper Beam though. Because yeah, it's a hard card to build around, and it really distorts the deck. And we just get so much value out of it right now. Okay, so I was thinking we weren't going to do the Mega Elite because we were at 26 a second ago. But now we're at 86. So I think we do it. Here's a fight where Hyper Beam would be super good. Okay. They are strengthy. I'm a little bit leery of dual cast in this fight. There's a lot of targets for it to hit. It's very easily distracted. So I think we just Brilliance double defend and take 14. Alright, we've got to find one more attack. We have a Swift Pot with which to do it, if we don't find one naturally. Cool. Found one naturally. I think we're going to probably switch to Back Sentry now. And let's draw some more Dazes. That's this point. We drew the good cards. So we could zap dual cast to block. We lose the Frost Orb, but we gain some value right now. I think there will be better turns to Swiftbot. This is kind of a long fight. And we're already blocked out this turn, for example. Or mostly blocked out. The Lightning Orbs did not agree with switching to the back guy, they just want blood. Alright, this is when we need the Swift Pot. Try and find some block and fail. Actually, we have lethal for back guy. We can either put 2 attacks into him and take a 50-50, or we can put all 3 attacks into him and waste quite a bit of damage. Waste 5 damage. It's actually not a 50-50, it's a 75%. So if we take 75%, then we're only taking 25% of 12, which is 3 damage, which seems a lot more takeable than 12. I think it's an unnecessary risk, though. So the question is not, is it worth the risk? The question is, why would I take the risk at all? Okay. Do we want to battle him? What does defect do with smites? Is it anything special? Defect just normally doesn't have access to retain stuff, so getting a bunch of retain cards seems really good. Halt is terrible, obviously, because we don't have any way of entering Wrath. And static discharge is not good. I'm pretty excited about battle him. Probably take an upgrade on that at the fire, if we are still healthy enough to do so. Echo battle him, that's good, good idea. We have 4 energy now. Let's see what's in this box. It's a loot. Do we have lethal? Dual cast is 16 plus 3 is 19 plus 24 is 41 or 43. Okay then. Time to drink that fruit juice. Make room for another thing. Are we really all in on this, on trying to manipulate energy? Because if so, there's a fusion. Fusion's pretty exciting. It's kind of fighting for that upgrade. Fusion also really needs an upgrade. So it's like Fusion versus Battle Hymn now. I think Battle Hymn's better though. It does make the Compile Driver better. Drawing lots of cards is good friends with having lots of energy, and a Plasma Orb is just good with Compile Driver in general. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take Fusion and upgrade it at the shop, or at the campsite. Maybe I need to upgrade Hologram. I don't have a lot of block here. We have Battle Hymn though, so we maybe don't need that much block. Maybe we can end the fight pretty quickly. Let's give it a shot. Baylor likes it, means it must be a good idea. Let's see what the power is. Okay. Not great, but not terrible. This turn's probably Compile Driver Brilliance Zap. But let's see what the card is. Yeah, I think Brilliance over second Compile Driver. If we really want to break him this turn, we could Fire Pot. If we don't think we're going to be able to get through the 9 block next turn. Actually, that looks a little bit concerning. The only attacks are Strike, Strike, Cold Snap. We could very realistically miss all those. And we have lots of blocks, so I think this is the Fire Potion. Kind of a unimpressive Fire Potion, but nonetheless. Alright, we get to develop our Battle Hymn. Alternately, we could double defend Cold Snap, develop a Frost Orb. I like developing Battle Hymn. We're going to need some help to change his shape. We had a pretty anemic break for the first one. We could like Fusion, Hologram, Fusion, just try and go nuts next turn. We have probably a compile driver next turn. Probably want to block though, so like defend, hologram, cold snap. Silent plus blue was interesting. We died to Hyper Beam guy. We actually blocked him out once, but he took too much chip damage. The real thing that killed us was we didn't draw Creative AI early. So one of the orbs took it, and then we didn't have enough damage to kill the orb without the powers, so we weren't able to get there. I think I like double defend, cold snap, fusion. Sets up really well for the compile drivers next turn. We take a little bit of damage now, but not dying. Alright, can we do 50 this turn, or are we trying to block? Let's clear some hand room, and then compile driver. Darn. Well, that's a good block, or it's a lot of energy, if we want that. Actually, we don't have any way to make an orb, so we can't get plasma out of that. So defend, dual cast, blocks for 15. We need to do 35 more, and we can do 24 plus 12. I guess that's 12 times 3 is 36, so we can break him again. It's another weak break, though, which will start catching up with us eventually. But I think not yet. And we need to clear these smites out eventually, or our hand is going to be full. Especially with all the card draw. Okay, I think we just change him. We also get to keep the Frost Orb for when he's attacking. Okay, we can invoke a Plasma Orb here. We do lose a Frost Orb out of the variety. And what do we do with 6 energy is the real question. We play every card in the hand, but then I guess we develop quite a bit of damage doing that. Okay. We have Happy Flower this run too. Happy Flower actually feels a lot like having a plasma in the deck. It just kind of like periodically is generating energy. It's hard to predict if you don't just look at the number, which I never do. Is it finally Hologram's time to shine? Seems like we could use some block this turn. We don't have any. We would just be going back and getting a defend though. Just unimpressive. Seems like we should be able to get better use of our 5 energy this turn. We could cold snap, hologram, cold snap, dual cast the plasma orb, and then do nothing with 1,000,000 energy. We could cold snap compile driver. We're taking a lot of damage per turn just to like look at these 3 cards. There's a defend in there, which would be nice. So then we could defend, hologram, defend. So we end up blocking for 15, taking 1 damage, and taking 8 damage return to do 13. I guess 21. I don't know, it's not a great line, but I don't see a better one, and we have 5 energy, so we gotta do something with it. Okay, can we do 60? Zap does 8. Let's do that to clear us the hand room, and then look at the cards. Play another fusion, get some more energy. Compile driver again. Sure. We can cold snap and then dual cast to get 16 out of that. Looks like we're getting there. So the max damage then is cold snap, dual cast, and then 12. So it's 6 plus 16 is 22, plus 12 is 34. We're actually not getting there. I guess alternate plan is we do 36 and then 39, so we do get there. Another 1 health over transform. We also keep our orb variety, and we keep the frost orb up front for if we need to block in an emergency. Clears up the hand size. Also, this is probably our last transform, so we don't really care that it's a weak one. We got there. Yeah, ice cream or like double energy are things we're looking out for here. We probably have lethal this turn without taking damage, so let's get some block and then kill him. Okay. There's Diva Form. We're talking about Diva Form. Normally Bias Cog is a big attraction for defect decks, but it seems like we're trying to do energy stuff. I don't know if we have the draw to back this up, but I am happy to go get some more draw. Yeah. Actually, if you look at the art for Diva Form, the hands are up. So, Diva Form hands down is something I have to disagree with. Okay. We don't particularly need an energy relic. We have a Happy Flower and a Plasma. Also, Ectoplasm has some anti-synergy with Ceramic Fish. I'm so sorry, Artemal, for the art-based pun. We could take Pandora's Box. Is that crazy? We could get more card draw. In fact, I would say we were likely to get card draw. We're also likely to get some really crazy stuff, though. So, okay, when you take Pandora's Box, part of the reason that it's a bad decision is because you can get you can get such wild non-synergistic cards, right? It's like you're building a power-based defect deck and you pick Pandora's Box and it's like, here's 4 claws, right? And you're like, what? I guess those are good together, but like I wasn't planning on doing claws. Or like it gives you some synergy that you're not touching on at all. And in this situation, we have those sort of bad synergies from 2 different classes. So there's a really broad variety of bad options. And that's concerning. In general, when you take Pandora's Box, you increase the cost of the cards, because these all cost 1, and random cards, sometimes cost more. You could get 8 Tantrums, that's technically... Actually, you can't get 8 Tantrums because I'm only trading in 7 cards, but, that's a technicality. So we could get, Flurry of Blows. Flurry of Blows is really bad, because it's only 4 damage. It's just like a downgraded strike. Same thing goes for Weave and Claw. Although, actually, all of those cost 0, and we have quite a bit of draw, so maybe those aren't downsides. So I think it's between Sozu and Pandora's Box. I think they're probably both better than Pass. Yeah, part of what I'm thinking about, though, is there aren't, even though we have the sort of weird corners of 2 different classes, Reprogram would be kind of bad. Actually, is Reprogram even bad? I don't even know. We have the weird corners of 2 different classes, so we can get, lots of crazy non-synergy stuff. But also, we have a Brilliance, so if we get lots of Mantra stuff, we're happy with that. And, like, we have a battle hymn, so if we get, like, an establishment, we're fine with that. And, like, we've actually pushed our deck into a lot of those weird corners already. So as long as the cards are relatively good together, we're in good shape. There's a lot of bad cards, though. Another problem with Pandora's Box is we don't have any block. We have one Cold Snap and one hologram, an unupgraded hologram at that. So losing all of our defense seems like a problem. And I think that's going to convince me to not take Pandora's Box here. So we're going to take Sozu, because we can't afford the downside. Yeah, we could get Wheel Kick. There's a lot of good options, but I think Sozu's probably the correct one. Okay, we have a bunch of money, so let's go to a shop. Ideally 2 fights and then a shop, like this line. Looks like a pretty great line. We've got Fire before and after the Elite. Option for 3 Elites. Never forced into one. Kind of a lot of late fights, but I think we can handle that. I guess I just, like, read this map wrong. Oh, I went to the wrong floor. I meant to go here. Get an extra question mark, because now this is going to be a hard pool fight. It's kind of a big mistake. We're also missing out on a chance to turn into a vampire here. I'm pretty sure if you save and quit, you're back into this fight. Like, it saves as soon as you click on one of those. So we can't back out of that decision. Darn. Alright, well, we do get to set stuff up on turn 1 pretty well. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm going to reset this fight again. I was playing too quickly. You want to draw with maximum energy. And I did that wrong by playing Battle Hymn first. Okay. And then I think we want to play Diva Form over Battle Hymn. We can play Battle Hymn and White Noise and Strike. But Diva Form seems really good in the deck. And Battle Hymn's like... It's a lot of damage, but it's not something we super need. Okay, let's draw a bunch of cards. Zap has 8 damage, but costs a Daze. I don't really like being dazed. We could dual cast Zap and get 2 Dazes, but I think I'd rather shuffle. We could Zap and we'd still shuffle. Get 8 damage. It also puts the Frost Orb in the front for blocking emergencies. The Dazes are really bad, though, with Diva Form ticking up. So I think I'll pass on it. Yeah, Mavfatha, I think you might be right, that if I was being really true to the original spirit of this channel, I should have filled out a spreadsheet with all cards from both classes. Spending the next hour playing no video games. Let's draw 3 cards. Buffer is great here. I'm pretty happy about that. I don't think we play Fusion. I don't really want to have 2 Fusion Orbs, especially since we're going to have, like, minimum 6 energy next turn. Okay, we have 9 energy next turn. I dramatically underestimated how much energy we were going to have. We only got 1 from this passive. Oh, Happy Flower triggered. And then I guess Diva's on 3. Oh, it's 4. Wow. That goes up quickly. I made the same mistake as on turn 1. I'm supposed to play Compile Drawer first. It's actually even worse now because it shuffled a Daze. I think we just need damage now. Let's leave home. Next end of turn. Okay. Streamline is expensive, and I'm tempted to just take expensive stuff so that I can draw it and play it. I think we probably want to pick stuff that draws cards before we start picking Streamline. So we need like a Cool Head Plus. There's no benefit to entering Calm because we can't exit. Flying Sleeves is kind of good. We don't have any strength scaling or anything. We could pick up a reprogram. We're not like super reliant on orbs. We do have a cold snap. But mostly our orbs are just there to enable compile driver. Okay. We should have had the option to turn into a vampire before this fight, but we didn't. 'Cause we took the wrong path. We could Diva Form Cold Snap and then take 19 on our face. But we developed Diva Form, which is good. Or we could like Cold Snap, Compile Driver, try and find some block. Our block is really just defends, though. Maybe we use the skill pot here. It feels really bad to use our one potion with Sozu to just block against a avocado, but it's probably as good now as it's ever going to get. I guess we pick Swivel. And then we Swivel Compile Driver? No, I guess we Swivel Cold Snap and then Compile Driver. Do we have anything to draw for 0? Ooh, Zap. We're always swiveling. And I think Cold Snap over Compile Driver. What's weird about these potions is they say the card costs 0 this turn. What they mean is the card costs 0 until either you play it or the turn ends. Because if I hologram it back, it doesn't cost 0 anymore. I don't know why it's implemented that way. It seems like they could just change the cost in the discard pile at the end of the turn. Or like wherever the card is. Hologram also just like blocks for 3, which maybe is something we want. Yeah, okay. It's like a terrible metadate. Okay. We're playing all the cards because we can. Here's a shot at fusion. Let's see what's in this box. It's electrodynamics. Weird. I guess it blocks for 10. We should electrodynamics and then dual cast to block with this frost orb. And then I guess zap fusion. And smite because we can, and it takes plated armor. Swivel is actually kind of good in this deck. Maybe we just like pick a swivel if we see one. Alright, now our smites are doing plated armor damage right from the get-go. Cool, we got lethal. We don't have to take 21. There's another compile driver. I think we need that. We could take chaos instead, but I think compile driver is super core to what we're doing. Alright, here's the hard pool fight that we shouldn't have to do. Let's just pretend that we went through this route and that this was a fight. That's possible, right? It has basically the same meaning, except that we have like slightly less chance of a shop here. There's nobody jumping on us on turn 1, so let's Diva Form and Fusion. Fusion feels unnecessary when we just play Diva Form. It does enable us to draw more cards and gets more energy next turn. I guess we have 3 copies of Compile Driver now. We didn't draw any of them. We could hologram the Brilliance. think we're always playing this. We're gonna play it all, I think. It's just a question of what do we hologram. And I think it's Brilliance. I don't see any reason why anything else is better. Alright, we are vulnerable. We also have 8 energy and 2 compile drivers. So we're not like that vulnerable, we're just like a little bit vulnerable. Will you smite before the compile driver? I guess that's not necessary. Never mind. We'll just compile driver chosen. There we go. It's cold snap. More cards. Probably defend white noise for the rest of the turn. Do I want Hello World? I guess it gives him more stuff to spend energy on. Sashwick blocks. We don't have lethal, but we might as well just use these while they're here. I don't think I want to play fusion. I think I want to keep the orb variety going. A flurry of blows. How very useful. Seek is great in pretty much any circumstance. Maybe it's worse than cool-headed, though. I really want that cool-headed. It's really important that we get card draw, and Seek isn't quite card draw. It fails when your deck is empty. It also exhausts itself, so it's only useful once. It is kind of like running a second copy of Diva Form, though. Which seems like it's pretty important to get going. Alright, I'll take Seek. I want that cool-headed, though. Surprise shop. Well, that probably means we're not going to the other shop. So we're going to this question mark, I guess. Runic Capacitor takes a little bit of pressure off of, whatchamacallit. Sometimes we aren't playing cards because we want to keep our orb variety. Runic Capacitor makes that easier. Protect seems really good. Impatience costs 0 and draws cards. I'm not sure how able we are to spend all of our attacks. Probably very able, especially after we get tons of energy. So I think Impatience is almost certainly in the deck. So then it's like Impatience, Protect, Runic Capacitor, card remove. Can we afford that? Yeah, I believe we can. So this together is 164. So it's 331. So we have 65 left, so we can't remove a card with it. We could buy a potion. Oh wait, we can't buy potions in general. I'm pretty happy with just Protect Impatience Capacitor, though. Yeah, Protect is really good. I could take Charge Battery, too. Charge Battery fits... It also fits the theme of doing ridiculous stuff with energy. I was apparently wrong about my math, and we have 95. So we can actually afford... Oh, we can almost afford Charge Battery and card remove, but not, because we're off by 8. So which one's better? I think probably card remove. Yeah, let's card remove a strike. In before we turn into a vampire. Ancient Writing's pretty good. We don't have very much defend, so having them all upgraded seems great. Alright, I think we need to rest here. We have very few relics. This is like kind of crazy how few relics we have for Act 2. I guess that will tend to happen with these combination runs because we're like dodging elites in Act 1 because of not getting the Niao benefit. Okay. We have Diva Form turn 1, but we're also getting attacked for a bunch on turn 1, which is rude. We could Cold Snap Compile Driver, try and draw some cards. Cold Snap Compile Driver also does 13 damage, which is suspiciously similar to Sneaky Gromman's health total. Ooh. A bot. I like how he just announces that he's a bot. Right in the message. So let's see. If we do Diva Form and Cold Snap Compile Driver, then we're taking 18 plus 5 is 23 damage. We're also presumably not using any of the cards that we draw with Compile Driver or using Impatience or Seek this turn, which seems like kind of a missed opportunity. You only get one bag of prep turn. If we draw any of these cards, is it bad? It's kind of bad to draw Battle Hymn and miss it, but it's good to draw Protect and keep it for next turn. Do we survive if we take 23 right now? We also take status effects from Fat Gremlin. So do we want to draw 2 cards or 1 card? Well, Protect and Ascender's Bane are both good things to draw. Zap is also a good thing to draw. So it's kind of 3 good things, and I think 1 bad thing. Fusion's a little bit bad too. White noise. But not like super bad for any of those. So I think I wanted to draw 2 cards, even though I won't play them. Yeah, hey, we got 2 good ones. Wow, that's incredibly unlikely. I guess we can just draw more. This costs nothing. There's only 1 more good card to hit, though. And that's Ascender's Bane. And that matters extremely little. It's like a very low magnitude thing. Yeah, I think we just take the win and stop gambling, because we've got Battle Hymn and Fusion are still bad draws now. Okay. So we don't do that. We just do this, and we could Seek for Ascender's Bane if we really want to exhaust it right now. But that seems insane. I don't think Plasma would outweigh Diva Form. I think I would play Diva Form even if I had Plasma in hand. Although, if I had Plasma, maybe I'd play Plasma, double defend. Block for 16 and take 7 instead of 22, or whatever I'm taking. Okay, so the next big thing we gotta do is kill Fat Gremlin, so that these status effects can wear off. We could Hologram for Compile Driver, or Seek. Let's Compile Driver first, draw some cards. Let's see what's in here. Heat sinks. That's totally useless. We have 75% chance to just kill him with Lightning Orbs at the end of turn, but I'm definitely not willing to roll those dice because it's really dangerous. We don't want to draw Fusion or Battle Hymn, so I think we're just going to go for a Cold Snap off of the hologram. Okay. They're mad now. Alright, so let's play Fusion, and then Compile Driver. Let's actually dual cast first. We're not missing out on a Lightning Orb in terms of variety for Compile Driver, but we are finding out where that damage goes, so that we can hopefully kill that guy with 16. We could choose our target. Okay, well, I choose you, front Mad Gremlin. It looks like we get to kill both. So let's do that. Right, 15, yeah, that's enough. Okay. We're missing Battle Hymn here, but that's okay. Killing both of the gremlins is pretty high priority. We can draw 6 cards with double Compile Driver. It's kind of a bad opportunity for Seek here. Impatience is not active because of Brilliance. We can solve that problem and then shuffle. We could play Dual Cast if we want to draw back to it with Impatience. It also just does 16 damage to leader, which seems good. More compiling. Do we have hand room? We got 3, 6, 8 cards, so yes, we have exact room. I guess we need to find a Dark Orb. I feel like that meme with the cat reading a newspaper saying, I should buy a boat. We don't really need a Dark Orb here, is what I'm saying. We just think we need a Dark Orb. Business cat doesn't need that boat. It won't bring him the fulfillment he's hoping for. We could fusion dual cast and get infinite energy. We already have 10 energy, so that's probably unnecessary. But it's fun to think about. Probably want to kill Fat Gremlin. We can do that right off the bat with Smite Compile Driver. Right off the bat, I'm realizing I say right off the bat too much. Right off the bat. We're probably evoking this Lightning Orb this turn, as weird as that sounds. So maybe we should try and get the 8 damage from that to line up with 9 damage from a Strike Plus on the Fat Gremlin. I don't think we can control that, and we're only wasting 2 damage, so I'm not going to think about that anymore. Okay, maybe it's finally time for Seek. The problem with Seek in this deck is we can already do so much stuff. We don't need Seek to help us get more stuff to do. Let's put Brilliance and Compile Driver into the Mad Gremlin, and then Impatience, if we somehow don't draw an attack with Compile Driver. I guess we maybe need hand room. 3, 6, 8. Nope, we have plenty of hand room. Okay, let's draw first then. Okay, just a bunch of defense. Brilliance, so we can draw with Impatience. We're drawing 2 of these cards. One of them's a Compile Driver, that seems important. Do we seek the Compile Driver? If we miss Compile Driver, it doesn't really matter. So I don't think we seek for it. Okay, we hit it. So now we have to clear some hand room to draw these 3 cards. Yeah, so I'm thinking about dual casting the Plasma, but like we already have 6 energy. It seems like we're struggling to draw enough cards to spend all the energy, despite the fact that we're drawing like, I don't know, 30 cards a turn? How many cards are we drawing here? It's possible we can go almost infinite here. So if the cards that we keep in our hand are Protect, Fusion, Dual Cast, Zap, 3 defends, 4 defends, and 2 strikes, can we just infinite with Compile Drivers here? Seems like we almost can. Let's plan on that. Let's dual cast the Plasma. And then I think we want to seek before we Compile Driver so that we shuffle. And maybe get another Compile Driver. Yeah, it's a 1 in 6 chance, though. It's pretty unlikely. Although, we'll have 2 compile drivers and an impatience that are hits there. Let's grab this strike. Hey, we got one. Okay, we don't want to play cards that we don't need to because we're trying to go infinite. So 3, 6, 9. We have to play at least 1 card. Or else we overdraw. So that card will be strike. Shoot, I overdrew. Somehow I messed it up. Okay, we have to play the strike and cold snap to make impatience go. So let's do that. Oh, we missed. Okay, combo's over. We could still zap and then dual cast to do 16 damage, so I think we still have lethal. So it doesn't matter if the combo's over. Okay. Cool, I guess. That was like almost infinite. It seems like Cut Through Fate draws cards, which is something we need to do. It also scries, so that when we're in that sort of pseudo-infinite situation, we can get bad stuff out of the way to avoid our hand getting full. It is an attack, so it turns off impatience, but I think that's okay. It's up against White Noise Plus. White Noise Plus is kind of good. Is White Noise Plus good? I feel like White Noise Non-Plus has been mostly a non-participant in the crazy stuff this deck is doing. So I think we ignore that and take the Cut Through Fate. More card draw. Looks like we need to rest. I don't think there's an upgrade we absolutely need. We 100% cannot afford to skip Diva Form. So maybe we upgrade that, but I think if we're in a situation where Diva Form is exhausting, we've probably lost the fight anyway. So let's just rest. We could get an extra draw with Cut Through Fate if we upgrade that. Impatience 2? Yeah, Impatience 2. But we need to rest to survive. So we have a long setup thing we gotta get through. Because we never turned into a vampire because we took the wrong route. Smiling Mask is pretty good. Hey, Great Poison. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I think we actually take the Smiling Mask and go remove a card right now. And maybe that card is White Noise. Actually, no. White Noise, yeah, sorry, let me explain. So the 28 configurations are, I'm going to play every class combination. So that means, like, currently we're playing a defect with the purple modifier. So this is a purple defect. We'll play the defect with the purple modifier, the red modifier, and the green modifier, each individually and in all the combinations in which they can appear. So that's 7 total possible defects. And then we're going to do that for each of the possible classes, so that's 28 total characters. It's pretty fun. So we've got a bunch of purple cards, and but we're mostly a defect. Currently the most broken purple card is Diva Form. It seems like deck density is really important because we're trying to do almost infinite stuff. So if we remove a card, we get a little bit closer to that. But we have to remove one of the cards that continues sticking around. It's probably a strike. Strikes get in the way of impatience, so we have to keep playing them. But they do damage. I think we're less excited about strikes than cold snaps. It is upgraded, which is the reason for the hesitation. Could remove hologram, but it exhausts, so it kind of removes itself. Also, maybe we should upgrade hologram so that we can go back and get a compile driver and then keep going. Yeah, actually, I kind of like that plan. Okay, so let's remove a strike. Take the Smiling Mask. Remove a strike. Ooh, missing membership card sucks. Missing double energy, too. We'll probably take double energy in this deck. I don't think we need equilibrium. Purity would help us go infinite better. Alright, but I don't have enough money for any of those things. Gotta stick to the plan. Diva Form has been very helpful getting in all of our starting hands. I think it's more important to develop Cold Snap than Battle Hymn. Cold Snap enables the compile drivers, which is the core of the deck, whereas Battle Hymn just gives us a little bit of extra damage. I didn't consider seeking for Impatience, but that was an option, wasn't it? Oh well. Alright, well we can cut through Fate to try and go find a compile driver. Currently blocking for 16, and they're attacking for 18. Or actually we're blocking for 18 as well, so with the Frost Orb. So we are okay this turn. Fusion seems really good, helps us set up for next turn. When hopefully we have a compile driver. Yep, Seek Fusion would have worked. Okay, so now we have compile driver and room. Let's play white noise first, just to see what it is. I'll play this to get it out of my hand. It's also card draw, kinda. 3, 6, 7 cards we can draw. Let's dual cast just to see if it kills him. It's a pretty good chance to do so. Nope. So we'll probably kill him with 2 compile drivers. Here's the first one. Okay, I guess we gotta think about blocking. I think I'm late to this party too. The block party, as it were. So that blocks for sort of 13. And this blocks 2. We're taking some damage because I didn't pay sufficient attention. Taking 10 here. I was sort of assuming that I had already gone infinite, but I hadn't, because that was only the second turn. Okay. We could seek for a cut through Fate and get a shuffle. Yeah, I think I like that. Those cards aren't compile driver. That's compile driver. Cold Snap and Strike are blocking up the Impatience, plus, you know, they kill stuff. We could just use the Insight. Insight's going to end up getting in the way if we don't use it, so let's use it now. We need to make sure we're blocking for 16 this turn. We're already blocking for 6, so we need to block for 10 more. That's like defend hologram, maybe. Hologram can go back and get a compile driver. Fine. Let's get Zap out of the hand. We've only got 1 energy left. So I'll just use Brilliance because it does more damage. Excuse me for a second, I'm gonna get some water. Been streaming for a while. Oh my god, Protect is dab. I didn't see that. Why have you cursed me so? Ooh, exercise. So the way I do exercise is I do it at the next card reward screen. And I choose to exercise, not you. So I'm gonna do, I don't want to bother my wife by doing jumping jacks. It's, we have 10 energy. Presumably we're killing him this turn. Let's start with this. Okay, those don't kill him. Snap Dual Cast does some damage. Oh great, that is gone. Oh my god. Literally, it would seem. Okay, so this is the card reward screen, so I'm going to do some push-ups. I'm all out of shape. I'll do 7 push-ups. So, talking about Jesus. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not religious myself, so I don't feel super qualified to talk about Jesus. I was raised Christian, so I'm sort of familiar with all of the various mythology associated. It seems like a really clever approach to sort of making a self-propagating social construct where you, like, you know, teach your children about Jesus and take them to this room where everybody's happy and, like, hangs out together. People love being part of a group. Yeah, I don't know. That's really all that, like, Jesus means to me. It's like this sort of weird, like, virus that exists on society. But it's like, it's kind of a, what do you call it when two animals, like, work together? Like the alligator that opens his mouth so that the birds can, like, eat the little things from his teeth and keep his teeth clean. Symbiotic. It's symbiotic. So, like, the people are helped by being in the church because they like to feel like they belong and stuff. But the church, at least the idea is, it helps society. So, like, it's a nice social construct that we can all build around, and we can do, like, charity with it and stuff. So religious societies throughout history tend to have been successful at accomplishing large goals, because they have the, you know, the power of the unity of religion. So that's really nice. Way to go, religion. I think in general it's probably a positive thing, but there are definitely downsides as well, like anything. None of these cards say draw cards on them, which seems like mostly the thing we're trying to do here. And none of them cost 0, so we can't, like, cycle past them. So we skip them. We're doing plenty of damage. Okay, finally it's time to seek for Diva Form. It's the reason we put Seek in the deck. We missed Diva Form on turn 1. We got Seek. Seek is actually doing something. And then I guess we just defend. Yeah, and then we take 16. That hurts. Sure wish we were a vampire so that we could heal that damage, but I misclicked way back here, so we never became a vampire. We have triple defend here, which blocks out. Compile Driver is not really set up, but it will draw 1 card. Okay. Need to get that Frost Orb set up. Here's a chance to get our orbs up. We'll do Frost Orb in front and then Plasma Orb, just in case we end up evoking them. I guess I can know what these 3 cards are. I think I would like Brilliance the best, so I'm gonna get myself a Brilliance. Okay. I'll keep White Noise. Actually, I'll mulligan White Noise. It's not a card draw card, so... and then we will shuffle without Zap in the deck. So I don't really need Zap back. Oh, okay, we're gonna have an extra fusion next turn. Great. Alright, so our Compile Driver thing is online. We drew a bunch of Compile Drivers, let's go. We've got 9 energy. Might be enough to kill him. Let's clear some hand room and block. So we need to block for 24, we're currently blocking for 14, so we need 10 more. There's 2 of it. Now we just need 8 more. Oh, a second even for him. That's weird. Okay. None of these do orbs, so we can't develop an orb and then dual cast to block. Maybe we hologram a defend plus. Just block this turn. Compile Driver will draw all 3 of these cards, and then we could cut through Fate to shuffle. Or actually, we'll just cut through Fate to take a defend plus, and then Compile Driver would shuffle. Okay. So now we are blocked for 22, which is basically blocked out. So I'll use Brilliance for the rest of the energy. We could just use Hologram. block out, but hologram gets us a compile driver back later, so we'll see it for now. Okay, we have 11 energy, and only one compile driver. Okay, so we're at 3, 6, 8 cards, so we can compile driver safely. Right, and then let's concentrate on getting that block. 24 is what we want. We're up to 22. Cold Snap blocks out. And then I guess we go hologram. We either hologram a compile driver or we cut through fate and look for a compile driver. We'll cut through fate. Hologram we only get to use once. Cut through fate we use every shuffle. Those aren't it. So I draw all 3 of these cards. One of them is compile driver, another one is impatience. Maybe we just brilliance battle him though. To spend the energy most efficiently on damage, because we are out. Should get lethal this turn. Actually, it's guaranteed with the smite. Yeah. There's cool-headed. Yeah, we don't need focus, so let's take cool-headed. Cool-headed's great. I'm really tempted to take Sapphire Key, but Meal Ticket's pretty good. We need some healing. We don't have much. And we're already incentivized to go to shops with the Smiling Mask. I suppose the Ceramic Fish also encourages us to go to shops. I'll take the Meal Ticket. I think we can handle an elite, probably. It's possible we lose. If it's, so we already fought Gremlin Leader. That was our previous elite. So it's either Book of Stabbing or Slavers. Assuming we get Diva Form on turn 1, we should be able to beat either. If we miss, though, we could die. It's a Book of Stabbing, but we did not miss. I could see arguments for either defend or cool-headed here. I think we want to preserve our health, and defend does that most effectively. I don't think impatience is correct. We want to keep compile drivers able to proc, so we don't want to draw them right now. Ouch. No Frost Orb. There's that Frost Orb finally. I think we went past all the compile drivers. Yeah, we did. So I guess I'll just Cold Snap to block. Alright, we have Protect. We can shuffle with Cut Through Fate. Or we can take White Noise. This is the turn we want Barrier. And if we miss, we still block for 20, so it's not a big deal. Let's go for it. Battle him. Okay. Block for 20 and develop some orbs. Oh, 22. Okay. So now Compile Driver's online. Let's try that. Actually, let's Cut Through Fate first, in case we want to scry something off the top. I think I like both of these. Actually, no to Cool-Headed. Just draws one card. We've already got a Frost Orb. Okay, we need to block for a bunch. We can block for 16 with these. He's hitting for 30. Or, yeah, 30. No, 35. We're blocking for 18. So we got a little deficit to make up. 17 block deficit. That blocks for 2, so we're down to 15. But we don't have any way to block here. So I think we just develop another Battle Hymn, and Brilliant Sim, and Fusion over Smite. Yeah, we can play the Smite next turn. Okay, we either need to lethal him or block for 42 now. I don't think we can block for 42, so let's lethal him. If we were able to convert our energy into damage perfectly, and it was all at the smite rate of 12 for 1, then we would do 120 damage and have plenty of damage. I don't think we're going to be able to be quite that efficient, but smites are a nice start. Also, that one converted at 0 for 8, which is infinite. Wow. It's kind of a dud. Let's try it again. There's 2 cards left, so I can know what they are. 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we can compile driver safely. However, I think we want to shuffle a strike in. So let's play the strike before we shuffle. We need to make some room in hand before we draw with compile driver. Oh wait, compile driver is lethal here. Okay, we got him. All these smooth stone's good. It doesn't seem like maybe a leap is worth it. It seems like we're really trying to draw cards that block now, which indicates that our deck is a little bit weak on one of the primary vectors of interaction in this game. But I don't think a leap is going to make up for that. Okay, time to fight the Collector. Okay, seek for a Diva form, becoming a very predictable pattern. Do we strike and impatience? Are there any 2-cost cards that would be sad to draw? No, there's protect, but we'd be happy to draw it. If we draw cool-headed, we might not play it, but I think that's okay. Okay, we got protect, great. Yeah, we don't play any of the rest of these. Okay, so they are hitting for 35. Currently blocking for 0. Probably want to defend cool-headed. Let's cool-head first, see what the card is. I've got 2 defends. That all the smooth stone is kind of huge. Okay, so we're blocking for 18. They are hitting for 35. We need to block for 15 more, ideally. We can block for 13. I think that's about as good as we can expect here. Okay, they're attacking for 35 again. We have 6 energy this time. So we can compile driver one of them, and then fusion. And compile driver does 3 cards instead. We could play one of these cards if we want to redraw it, but I don't think we do. I could see an argument for Cold Snap, but I think the rest of them are no. And I think I would rather draw Defense. Okay, we did. Seems like the line is probably Defend, Protect, Zap. Take 13. Oh, excuse me, take 11. Okay, should be able to kill this front Torch Head. We're getting debuffed a bunch this turn. Maybe we can kill both Torch Heads. We're starting to get up there in energy, so things are becoming possible. Compile driver is going to draw these 3 cards, and then we cannot Impatience Shuffle because we have a card in hand. I don't see any way around it, though, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to use Cut Through Fate to shuffle. I guess we could use Hologram to get back a compile driver and use that to shuffle. Let's use Brilliance to kill him. It's pretty efficient. We also want Brilliance in the shuffle. It's our best damage card. Maybe we don't need a ton more card draw. I think we do. Okay, we redrew into Protect, that's good. Let's develop the Fusion, and then play Cut Through Fate and Strike on the Torchhead. Zap is a great outcome. Rotate the orbs a little bit. Okay, we're going to pass on Impatience. We don't have quite that much energy yet. Alright, we're debuffed, but we've done all the stuff that we do to get online. He's summoning, so actually we should leave this Torchhead at 5, because then he only summons 1 Torchhead instead of summoning 2. Hello, Siggy Stardust, how's it going? We're starting to have a ton of energy, so let's play Battle Hymn so that we can spend it next turn. Defend blocks out, let's see what's in here. We have 0 mechanisms for entering Rat, so that's totally useless. Ooh, you want me to talk about my game? Sure. So I'm making a roguelike. The reason I'm playing Slay the Spire on stream is to try and gain the attention of an audience of people who are interested in this type of game and interested in the way that I think about them, so that maybe they would be interested in buying the game that I make, because I'm a game developer. So I'm making a roguelike. It's not a card game, which Slay the Spire obviously is, and I worked on Hearthstone in the past, so that people often think that I'm making a card game, but it's not currently a card game. It's more in the sort of standard style of a Berlin roguelike, where you're sort of represented by an @ sign, you're wandering down little hallways and fighting monsters. The most exciting sort of new system I've added is the magic system. It's kind of like a little like sort of Tetris-like game. There's no falling blocks, obviously, but it's the areas of the room have certain magical energies that come from them. So, for example, if there's like a torch on a wall, there might be some fire energy around that torch, and then you sort of use that energy and move it around and manipulate it to form patterns, and those patterns help you cast spells. That's how you kill monsters. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, thanks for asking me to talk about it. Okay, so we got 4 energy, and we want to use that to hit the collector because we're blocked out. We can cold snap to rotate an orb, which puts the plasma orb close to the front. We could theoretically dual cast the plasma this turn. The value of dual casting plasma goes down a little bit over time. It is possible to become a playtester, so there's a channel rewards point for that. That is playtest, and then you get to be a playtester. Okay, so let's cold snap, rotate orbs a little bit. Oh, there you go. Sir Artemal is now a playtester. Okay, so Sir Artemal, I will send you a message, because if I don't send you a message first, you can't send me a message, and I want you to send me a message, which is how I can reach you, because I need to, like, send you stuff. And I need to use the primary Twitch UI for this because it's not working on the little OBS view. So let me take a second to do that. Oh, right, you have Discord. Okay, yeah, just send me a message on Discord and I will, I'll hook you up with a playtest. If you want to, that's right. Also, there's a Discord, so if people want to join Discord, here it is. Bam. I hope this link works. Somebody tell me if that link doesn't work. It works for me. Okay. So, yeah, Sir Artemal, if you want to sort of prepare yourself for the playtest, I would appreciate it if you would have had previous experience with some sort of Berlin roguelike, so like Engband or like Rogue or DCSS, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, that's my favorite. That would be nice. Also, if you've ever played XCOM, that's sort of the same idea as well. So, cool. Okay, so let's cut through Fate and see if we can draw something to use against Collector. Let's look for a compile driver. We didn't find it. Okay, so it looks like we can't use tons of energy this turn, so I'm not going to zap or dual cast his plasmas in front. So I think we're done for now. Yeah, great. Blue Defend and Protect have basically the same art. Yeah, that's true. It's a different person doing it, but yeah, they're basically just like, ah, no. Someone described it as dabbing earlier, which is simultaneously entertaining and horrifying. Okay, let's kill this Torchhead and draw some cards. And then we probably want to kill this Torchhead too. Actually, maybe we don't want to waste 42 damage on him. If we're not killing him, we need to block for 41. We don't have a super clear path to doing that. Most of our cards do damage. 42 is a lot, though. I don't know if we can do that much damage this turn. We have 10 energy, so I believe. We also have dual cast, so we have more than that. We still have a Plasma Orb, so we've got all three. Let's play the... I think I want the Fusion Orb in front, but I do want to play the Cold Snap so that I can Impatience. Oh, I guess I need to play Strike 2. Alright, well we got there for this Torchhead. Let's cut through Fate and hope that Cool-Headed is the last card. It's not. Oh, congratulations on beating Act 1. What class did you beat it with? We could use Cool-Headed to draw this Defend, or we could use Compile Driver to draw 3 cards. I guess we need to block, and Cool-Head kind of helps us do that. We're probably going to evoke this Plasma Orb at some point, so we're going to want to play both. Okay, so Cool-Headed blocks for a little bit, and then we could dual cast to evoke that Plasma Orb, but it actually looks like we've run out of steam. Silent, yeah, Silent's good. Somebody forced me to explain why Silent was my favorite class earlier, even though Silent is not my favorite class. Okay, so we need to block for 31. We're currently blocking for 11. So we need to block for 20 more. Looks like we can do that. Or thereabouts. Alright, now we have 13 energy and nobody's attacking us, so we have plenty of time to get up to some shenanigans. Those cards look like pretty shenanigan-y. Let's see. I think we probably want to dual cast this Plasma, so let's try and draw dual cast. There's only 6 cards, so Cut Through Fate will look for that. No, we missed. Okay, so we can still draw it. We have to Cold Snap before we Impatience, though. So we are missing out on the dual cast value. That's okay. There's dual cast, dutifully showing up just a millisecond too late. Let's dual cast the lightning orb and then develop the fusion orb. And then I guess draw this last compile driver. Oh no, we've lost our lightning orb. We have no lightning orb right now. I was a little bit too overzealous about blocking with frost orbs. Now our compile drivers only draw 2. Seems like that's plenty though. I guess we're still looking for dual cast somehow. Well, now we don't have any draw. So I guess we'll just pass on Zap. It feels really bad to pass on Zap though, because our compile drivers are only drawing 2 cards. Yeah, I guess we'll just Zap. We don't have that much use for extra energy next turn, because we're going to be up to like 13 no matter what. We need those compile drivers online. We're still debuffed, because Collector is a jerk. We probably can't kill both. Let's try to kill this one and block out for the rest. Do we want to shuffle Cold Snap before we compile driver, or fusion? I think actually yes to both. So let's do this before we shuffle. Okay, got what I asked for. We're doing something. It's we're like sort of like a pan-infinite defect energy scaling deck powered by Diva Form. It's weird. We're having trouble blocking, but not so much trouble that we're like dying. We just have to like try really hard to get blocked. Maybe we should have shuffled Protect there. Speaking of trying really hard to get blocked. Let's compile driver and see what we're getting. Okay, so we can cut through Fate to look for dual cast, and then Cold Snap dual cast, or Zap dual cast. We can't skip a compile driver to get there though. So let's cool-headed. Nope, we missed it. We keep missing dual cast. Lame. Oh wait, I guess we could just compile driver to get there. Okay, so now we can dual cast. Are we out of card draw? It looks like we are. So there's not really any point in playing dual cast other than just playing all the cards in the hand. But I think we want to... Oh wait, we have Impatience. We still have card draw. Yeah, we get to shuffle with that too. So we have to Cold Snap before we Impatience, so we'll dual cast the Plasma Orb. And then Cold Snap Strike and execute that guy. And then we can Impatience. We don't want to play Zap because ideally we don't want Zap getting in the shuffle. But nonetheless, we've petered out here. Let's Fusion and then Zap. We're having trouble keeping the Lightning Orb in the mix. So let's make sure that happens. And now we need to make sure we're blocking. They're hitting for 41, so we need to spend 4 energy to block for 15. We can do that with 3 defends and then still have time for Brilliance. Okay. He is buffing? What is his buff? I should know this, but I'm gonna look it up. He gives 5 strength and 23 block. Okay. So we could try and kill the Torch Head before he gets buffed. That seems reasonable. Or we could just go for the throat on the Collector. It seems like we're pretty close to getting there in 2 turns, if that's what we choose to target. I think it's probably safer to go for the Torch Head. our buffs, our debuffs expire next turn, so we'll have a ton of damage. Yeah, I don't know if we can beat Time Eater. I don't know what we do against Time Eater, but definitely not what we're currently doing. We have 0 cards, so we have 3, 6, 8 in hand, so we can compile driver safely. We don't want to shuffle anything, except for maybe dual cast. Maybe we'll like cold snap, dual cast, and then shuffle, so that we can get back to dual cast for this. I guess maybe we do... Oh, we can't do cool-headed, because that causes a shuffle right now. And we don't have any other way to develop an orb. I'm not excited about shuffling cold snap, but I guess I'll do it. Okay. 3, 6, 8 cards, so we're safe to compile driver. Okay, now we gotta spend a couple cards before the next compile driver. Probably get that fusion orb back in there. Let's see what's in here. Maybe we look for a zap with Cut Through Fate. Okay, so now we can shuffle with 3, 6, 8 cards in hand. Yeah, seems okay. Alright, we can kill with Cold Snap, but I will dual cast first. It looks like we're still going. We've got Impatience and Cut Through Fate in hand, so we're not stopping yet. I'll actually kill him with Cut Through Fate so that we can get the Plasma Orb a little sooner. And by sooner, I mean earlier in the shuffle. Oops, I goofed there and overdrew one. It's a pretty big mistake. Okay, we can Cold Snap, Strike, Brilliance, and then Impatience. And still have 5 energy left. I have lost track of whether Dual Cast is in there. There it is. Our only card draw now is Cut Through Fate and Cool-Headed. Cool-Headed needs an upgrade pretty badly. There's a compile driver in here, so we should be able to find it with those two. Neither of those is it. That's not it either. Okay, so we'll do Fusion before Cool-Headed. It looks like keeping the Plasma Orbs like 2 apart is sort of where we're at. This draws the last card, which is Compile Driver. 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so we could shuffle Brilliance because it's our most efficient damage. We're running out of steam too, so I guess Brilliance, Compile Driver, Brilliance is a pretty good outcome to hope for. And it is what we got. Okay. And Zap does 8 damage. Sets us up for dual cast next turn. Okay, this takes forever. Okay, let's start with a dual cast. It seems like it's pretty safe, given how much energy we have. Or how much, whatever, how well this is working. We're also going to have problems against the Heart, because we don't, like, generate block per card. We kind of generate, like, block at the end, after we've generated a million energy. But hey, it's working for now. Okay, so let's compile driver. Actually, let's Cut Through Fate and take the compile driver, and then compile driver to shuffle. Fusion is reasonable if you wanted to put it in the shuffle. I'm not like desperate to get it in the shuffle, but it is reasonable. 3, 6, 8 cards. Let's compile driver. So you can draw. We are running out of draw. We're down to Impatience, so we'll have to Smite and Cold Snap and Strike. I don't want to Cold Snap yet. I want to Fusion and then Zap, and and then cold snap. So that in general I'm developing the same type of orb as I'm evoking. We'll just keep this little cycle going as much as we can. Then we have to strike before we impatience, strike and smite. And brilliance, I guess. It looks like actually we're getting there. Just kidding. We stopped. Okay. Let's play these defends. And we're blocked out, so we can keep the protect. Off by 5. Right. Establishment reduces the cost of Battle Hymn cards and Protect. We don't really need that though. And if we are encouraged to take more retained cards, our hand just gets more full. Yeah, too slow is a reasonable thing to say about it. Also, Wish seems pretty great. We're struggling to find block. Wish does block. We are too slow currently. Wish speeds us up by giving us strength. And I guess it's a side quest, so we can get 25 gold if we happen to solve a fight early. So I think it's Wish here. I think Busted Crown's probably fine. I don't think we really need any more cards. Probably just trying to remove cards. We need to rest, so we can't do that. And I'm afraid of dying in hallway fights as is. And Slaver's Collar kind of makes that worse. So let's take Busted Crown. Okay, we can go to a shop, and we are highly incentivized to do so with all these thingies. We could plan on going to 2 shops, although actually there's no 2-shop route. All the shops are independent. That's anti-competitive. They won't allow comparison shopping. If they see you open your phone, they'll kick you out of the store. We've already got the Mega Elite. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's been working really well. We had a lot of problems before we got that about like, oh, we can't play this because we need to keep 3 orb types to keep compile driver happy. But now we don't have that problem. I think we go this way. Take 2 fights and easy pool fights, and then 2 question marks. Maybe do Mind Bloom. If we get skip right to the boss, do we take it? This next question mark? I don't know. Welcome to Act 3. Here are your complimentary Darklings. Maybe I should have waited a turn at the end of the last fight, because I could have gotten Happy Flower on the right number, which I did not do. I'm not sure we would lose. I think we might beat Awakened One. And then if it's Donu Deka, maybe we can win. I don't think we win Time Lord even after a whole act to power up. The heart is also a challenge. I'm not sure, obviously, like, you know, the deck can perform poorly like it is doing right now. We missed Diva Form and we missed Seek. So we're in a bit of trouble. I guess we can look for it with Cool-Headed Compile Driver. Oh, we found it. Great. Okay. Good job, deck. So we're playing Diva Form. And now we have 1 energy to defend ourselves. The max defense is Cold Snap. However, if we play Fusion, then Compile Drivers draw an extra card next turn. There's only 1 Compile Driver left in the deck. We do get an extra energy as well. We could develop Battle Hymn, and So okay, so we're taking 23, which is a lot. Although, honestly, the scariest thing to see when you enter the Darkling fight is they're all buffing. So I'm pretty happy to see 23 damage incoming. Yeah, I think Fusion's probably better than Battle Hymn or Cold Snap. Get all 3 orb types up and running. Okay, so now we have to block. We can't take another hit like that. We could protect, hologram protect. That's a ton of block. Or we could hologram a compile driver. Or we could like cut through fate and look for something. We've got 8 energy. On turn 2. Or I guess it's turn 3, huh? No, this is turn 2. Last turn was turn 1. Okay, so they are attacking for 18 plus 13 is 31, 42. So I'd be blocking for 26 plus 4 is 30. Kill them, like, all this turn? I don't think so. Hi, YTI, how's it going? I think a seek. What are we seeking for? Probably compile driver. Seems pretty reasonable. If we leave Wish, we get Wish this turn, and then we can block for a bunch with it. Maybe we just take Wish, and then we protect hologram, protect Wish. Oh no, that's actually 8 energy. We can't afford that. So let's get rid of Wish. Okay. Let's grab that compile driver and see if we can make something happen. Okay, so we found the defend. That's something. I think we're still on protect, hologram protect plan. Develop a lightning orb and block out. So we're still taking like a little bit of damage here. Yeah, 1 damage. Okay. That seems fine. Okay, let's see what's in this box. It is a mental fortress, completely useless. We have no stance changing. Do we dual cast a lightning orb? I guess so. It does a little bit of damage. Maybe it helps us kill that guy next turn. Alright, we kind of missed last turn, but we got off with a warning because we just got attacked for 9. Can't afford missing anymore. What are you talking about? This is only a 2-hour run so far. It's totally within the average range. I'm already in Act 3. We're blazing through it. Okay, let's cut through fate and see what we can find. What's the ideal thing to find? Probably compile driver. We have 9 energy. Okay. Those aren't compile driver. That one is. Looks like we can't kill him this turn. But we can set up our orbs to be all nice and patterny. I think we're probably wishing for plated armor here. Wish for plated armor, block for 18. We still take some damage. We take 1 damage, is that what's happening? So the hits for 22, 37, block for 18, plus 4. Maybe we actually protect blocks for more than Wish if we're going to do that. So 37 versus 18, 31, 34. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can wish for gold later in the fight. Or wish beta art. I don't know. It's annoying that you can't see in this view. I don't know why these things use different views. Oh yeah, it's this one. I've seen this. This is some other people use this. I don't like that art. It's very cartoony, whereas this one's just nice. I like looking at that. It's really effective glow. It really looks like the center bit is overexposed, which is what you would imagine. Okay, let's compile driver and kill this Darkling. 3, 6, 7 cards, so we can draw. Okay, now we need to block for 37, same as last turn. Let's clear out some hand rune, and then compile driver this back one. Generally, for those of you who don't know, the outside two are the higher priorities because they have a multi-attack. They can attack times 2. The center one cannot attack times 2. So let's do this shenanigans, get some energy. Let's see, next up in the cycle is supposed to be Plasma. We haven't drawn that yet. We need to Brilliance before we can Impatience. And we're out of draw. So we could Cool-Headed to keep it going a little bit. And there's sort of 2 outs there. I guess 3. There's 3 good cards. Okay. Yeah, I just think Cold Snap is so cute. Look at that cute little chubby defect. Little curvy cheeks. 3 hats. I love it. This is the best bait art. Okay, so they are hitting for 37, currently blocking for 23 plus 6 is 29. So we need to block for 6 more. We can do that with 1 energy. What do we do with the other 5 energy? We're going to play Fusion. And we can shuffle with Cut Through Fate. I think we do Cut Through Fate, or actually let's do Battle Hymn, Wish, Defend. And Wish for gold. Then we block a little bit with the Zap. Oh, do we even need, so we're blocking for 32 right now, they're hitting for 37. Yeah, I guess I'll block for 5. As well. Okay, only 1 is attacking, so we probably knock him down. No dual cast available. And our hand is full, so 3, 6, 9. So let's play a card and then compile driver. Still no dual cast. We're gonna struggle to play more cards. Oh wait, we can't even draw anymore. Yeah, the only way to draw is Cool-Headed, and that evokes. We can just kill him. Cool, fight's over. Then we're thinking. I don't think I want another Cold Snap. No, thank you. I don't remember what my plan was at all. Oh, right, it was these question marks. Ooh, chest. I think we need to block more than Orichalcum. Orichalcum doesn't scale too well for Act 3, at least if you're not a ghost. So I'll take a key here. Alright, second easy pool fights. Diva Form showing up on time. Appreciate that. White Noise or Battle Hymn? I guess that's tantamount to the question, is Battle Hymn better than an average power this fight? Well, sometimes white noise is echo form. So let's do white noise. Card draw is actually pretty good. I take 2. Those burns are kind of a problem. We never found like medical kit or anything. And we like kind of rely on having a small deck and cycling through it quickly. So we need to kill this guy and quick. So maybe we wish for strength. And then start punching. Okay. I would like to block this turn instead of taking 23. I guess 21. So I guess we protect. Man, early turns are rough with this deck. We get beat up. We might be able to find lethal here. So we're like compile driver, hologram compile driver, strike. So we have to attack roughly 6 times to get lethal. Which means we have to use like all the energy if we're using hologram. I don't know if that's realistic. So the main source of energy is Diva form, but then we also have a fusion, and fusion generates plasma, and plasma generates energy. It's a pretty neat little loop. Okay, so we probably want to strike Impatience for shuffle, and then seek for something else. We can just double defend to block out here. Double defend, seek for Cold Snap. And then compile driver. I guess I'll compile driver now, because I can just draw Cold Snap. We're definitely double defending. We are taking a little bit of damage now because of the burn. If we Cold Snap, that's 9 damage. But if we battle him, that's 12 damage. The Cold Snap blocks. I think we're getting lethal next turn, even if Cold Snap. I'll take a 2 health. Okay, only draw this turn is a single compile driver. Let's do that first. Okay, we found another compile driver, so we're probably safe. Yeah, we can just dual cast for lethal right now. We've already played Wish, so no side quest to worry about. Nope. Okay, you want to heal us? I would appreciate it. Money. Okay, that's nice, right before we go to a shop. Works for me. Clockwork Souvenir? I was really looking for medical kit. Clockwork Souvenir isn't quite it. We can bottle our Seek. That was pretty insane. Thread Needle's okay. Everybody likes Thread Needle. What's why is everybody so all in on Thread Needle? I mean, blocking is good. That's Mind Bloom. Yeah, that one's good. I usually only take the 1,000 gold if I get Omamori. Can we afford Bottled Lightning, Thread Needle, card remove? I would really like to get that card remove. We definitely cannot. We can't afford both of these, so we have to choose. I definitely think Thread Needle over Bottled Lightning is a mistake. Bottled Lightning means we never miss Diva Form. And missing Diva Form is basically how we die. So let's Bottled Lightning for Seek. We have a bunch of money left. Clockwork Souvenir is like usually pretty good. I don't know what it does in this deck. Maybe we pick up a fasting at some point. It's pretty unlikely that we pick up anything because we have Busted Crown, but... We don't have a very big deck, so normally I wouldn't say that stack is super good, but we're like super able to manipulate our discard timing. So stack is going to block for like 20 really reliably, which is a lot. And we can afford stack Clockwork Souvenir card remove. Probably removing the last strike. Yeah, I think card remove is definitely happening. Yeah, no pots because of Sozu. Yeah, I think I like this. The stack is kind of iffy, but... okay, let's go over here. I would like to smith the Seek now that that's bottled. And then we can go get like Diva Form and Fusion. Or like whatever is appropriate for the fight. But I would also like to rest. We get a rest site before the next elite. I think this is our chance for the upgrade. Might be our last chance. Because it's like, we upgrade here, then we rest here, then we recall here. This is our last shot at it. And I think the card we want to upgrade is probably Seek. Yeah, I think it's Seek over Cut Through Fate. Okay, a bottled Seek Plus. Seems like a pretty good, good card. Oh, Cool-Headed would be nice, that's true. But it's not bottled. We drew Fusion naturally here. Let's get that Diva Form and... maybe Brilliance? Maybe... We've already got a Compile Driver. Maybe Cold Snap, because we've got Fusion too. Maybe I should have gotten the, people are talking about Bias Cog, and it reminded me that maybe I should have gotten the White Noise. White Noise could be pretty good here. I got kind of excited about developing Cold Snap and Fusion on turn 1. But I'm not sure that's actually any good. I think we defend here, over battle him. Actually, no, I'll battle him. We need the damage to make sure we're killing daggers next turn. Okay, 7 energy. We can wish for strength and then still not kill the daggers any sooner, so that doesn't really help. It's still 2 attacks to kill either of the 2 big daggers. This is my least favorite Reptomancer sequence. When she always summons on turn 1, but then when she attacks on turn 2, it's brutal. The big attack, not the weak attack. I don't think we're dead. Do you think we're dead? It's possible. We're definitely doing this. I guess let's see what's in here. Okay. Let's see what's in Cut Through Fate. Compile Driver's good. I kind of want Dual Cast 2. I guess we can't really evoke that Plasmorb, that's never happening. So let's get rid of Dual Cast. We need this to draw us another attack, and then we need to protect. Ooh, that hurts. I guess we can hologram back a cold snap. And kill that front dagger with it. Rough. Yeah, Recromancer's a tough fight. Alright, so we probably double swipe back guy. I'm not writing it off yet. I don't think we're dead. We might be dead this turn, but there's definitely a lot of Slay the Spire left to go. Yeah, Horn would be really nice. We skipped a lot of Act 1 elites, which is unfortunate, but it's kind of something you have to do when you don't get a Nia bonus. Dual cast could kill this dagger. I don't want to rely on that happening, but could happen. 3, 6, 8, so we're safe to draw here. Impatience is active, so I guess we don't have any attacks. Let's zap, and then Impatience. Okay, so we got Compile Driver. Maybe we need to spend the other 4 energy blocking. So we need to block for 32, assuming he dies to a Lightning Orb, which is 75% chance. We could block for 13 plus 18 is 31, and then we take 1 damage. So we survive, or at least we'd most likely survive here. Excellent. Oh right, I forgot about Frost block. Blocked the weak too, which is nice. Okay. We have fusion, so we can continue the cycle. 10 energy. Ooh, those aren't good. We're dead. Unless we have lethal somehow. It's clearly not happening. Alright, well let's see the max damage then. I guess plated arbor. It doesn't matter, I'll take the money. Flap. Darn. Yeah, Repromancer. It's close. Well, we did something. It worked really well. It just wasn't quite enough for Repromancer. Man. I think just not turning into a vampire was honestly, like, we needed some way to reclaim health. Because we took a long time to get set up at every fight, so we were always struggling to block. We didn't have any... Google thinks I'm talking about. I just Google searched for reclaim health. Thanks, Google. Yeah, we did a lot of really good stuff. I'm not really sure why the deck didn't work, to be honest. Just getting more relics would have been good. Obviously, if we'd had Gremlin Horn, we would have won that fight. It is very slow. It's very slow, and it doesn't heal. I went for Vampire. I misclicked. I'm trying to scrolling down to it, but I can't because we're in Act 3 now. But in Act 2, I missed a question mark because I just misclicked on the very first fight. But the cycle was really strong. The like Diva Form plus Plasma plus Compile Driver thing. That was fun. It took forever to kill people, but it was fun. It was almost infinite too. We were like a couple of cards away from being infinite. Because the whole cycle like involved a Plasma and a dual cast. So if we'd gotten dual cast upgraded, we could have had it be low enough cost that we could have infinited it. Okay, cool. That was a good run.